against random enemies or a boss. The moon can be in a certain phase, whether they be the new moon, first quarter, full moon, or last quarter. Whichever quarter you're in, that the moon appears in, it will give your character, abilities that they could not do from the previous battle. So it does offer experimentation with how you try to, work your strategies in different battles. So I really do like that gameplay element. I felt that it was well executed. And the overall gameplay still stays true to tradition. I really do like how it does that. But I do have a lot more cons that I have in the game than I do with the original game, original Final Fantasy IV, that is. And I feel that Final Fantasy IV, the after years, was retreading the original story, since there was that big gap between the original release as well as the sequel. And games that usually have a sequel that come out long after the original release, they usually tend to retread ground from the previous installment or the original installment, just for the sake of trying to appeal to the new crowd. And I felt that Final Fantasy IV, the after years doing that, just really didn't really do it justice because of how long of a wait it was. Well, speaking of which, we didn't even think that a game like that would even get a sequel. The characters were a lot weaker, I felt, and I really did not like the episodic format. I felt that characters were easy to speak for themselves instead of needing an episodic format to tell their individual tales. So yeah, Final Fantasy IV, the after years, like I said, I don't like, but I don't necessarily hate it. Okay, next up, Final Fantasy V. I find it to be under the appreciative status. Final Fantasy V, it is the last game on the Super Famicom where Hironobu Sakaguchi was the director of the franchise, and he considered it to be his favorite at the time, and it definitely has some really good things going for it, like the story. I really do like the premise of the entire story, how it falls in the same trend as Final Fantasy 1, 3, and 4. But instead of Final Fantasy 4, where an antagonist is trying to obtain the crystals, Final Fantasy 5 has that antagonist trying to destroy the crystals between two parallel worlds to fuse them together, so that way he can bring the whole world back into the void. So yeah, and it's like that story is one of those stories where it seems like the main antagonist actually does have a winning hand throughout the entire thing, but you actually do beat him in the end, and everything goes back to peace and all that. Some of the characters, like the main antagonist, Exdeath, were really compelling, but only a few. Exdeath, Ferris, who's amongst the main playable protagonists, as well as Gilgamesh, who you see for the first time in a Final Fantasy game and has one of the best character arcs I've ever seen for a villain turned protagonist. I guess you could say he's mostly a villain in the game, but then he becomes more of a neutral character in later installments. And the gameplay itself, very, very good for staying true to tradition, and I really like how it builds upon Final Fantasy IV when it comes to the active time battle system. And the job class system, I really like how it comes back from Final Fantasy III, where you can select an assortment of different jobs that you want at your own free will. But the big difference between that and Final Fantasy III is that you can actually use abilities from other jobs towards the job that you have selected for your character. So if you wanted to have a ninja have like black magic or white magic abilities, you could do that as long as you have grinded both of those jobs beforehand. So yeah, I really do like how it gives you that freedom to where you can give different possibilities with how you want your characters to be commanded within battle when it comes to the job class. And the music's pretty good too. But I would say it's a step down from Final Fantasy IV's music when it comes to its delivery, but there are a few tracks that I do like Clash on the Big Brick. That's one of my favorite themes. Pretty much the theme of Gilgamesh, or when you're battling against Gilgamesh, as well as the decisive battle theme when going up against Exdeath. Those are some of the ones that I like, as well as the Four Warriors of Dawn. Alright, now, excuse me. Some of the cons I did not like about Final Fantasy V were the characters and the originality. The characters, mostly for most of the protagonists and some of the side characters who you see in the story, they just don't really they're really a step back when it came to Final Fantasy IV, when it came to the delivery of the characters. And Final Fantasy V, I feel has a really weak cast of characters that coincide with its story. And the originality of the game, it seems like it started to wear thin at this point, as it was like the third or fourth game that dealt with the theme of the crystals, and there really wasn't anything substantial about Final Fantasy V that made it stand out from its predecessors. Well, it was a much better game than Final Fantasy II was, I'll tell you that much. But if you do want to play Final Fantasy V yourself, then play the re-releases since the Game Boy Advance era, with Final Fantasy V Advance up until the Pixel Remaster, because you will definitely have a experience when it comes to Final Fantasy V. Alright, next up, Final Fantasy VI. Final Fantasy VI, I think, is a no-brainer. It is definitely my favorite game in the franchise of all time, as there are a lot of things that makes it really apex and phenomenal, which a lot of people can agree by. Its story, its characters, its gameplay, music, the entire structure of the game. They hit on all cylinders greatly, and without there being hiccups all the way through. The story is probably one of the best and most original I've seen in the Final Fantasy franchise. Instead of following the same theme as seen in the past games, it goes for something that's a bit more down to earth and has a bit more has more of a humanized structure to it. I do believe that the story in Final Fantasy VI is just one of the greatest games, or just one of the greatest stories in a game I have ever seen. And its characters can even speak for themselves on that as well. I mean, you got the likes of Tara Brantford, Locke Cole, Cayenne Garamond, Shadow, Edgar Figaro, Sabin Figaro, Celeste Scher, and all these characters that show up within the entire game, who pretty much speak for themselves, as they have a unique status quo to back them up for the types of conflicts that they have, and where they grow into the type of character that they can be in the end. They are just all great. And even the main antagonist, Kefka, is one of the best villains that I've ever seen in a Final Fantasy game. He's probably the only main antagonist in a Final Fantasy game who actually managed to do something, or something that he wanted to do, and that is destroy the world that he's in. And he pretty much does destroy the world, or crippling immensely, and he pretty much became a god too. So that's all very interesting as a character who managed to actually do something over what the main protagonists are trying to stop the main doing, as they could. The gameplay goes back to tradition with the other games, still great. Each character is treated themselves in their own class, like if you were to play Locke, he's a thief, Cayenne, he's a samurai, Shadow, ninja, Sabin, he's a monk. It still maintains that same structure as Final Fantasy IV, with each character having their specific job class. But the best thing about Final Fantasy VI is that each character can also use magic, because once they come into contact with the Magicites, where they can also summon the Espers within the Magicites, they can use magic, and some of them at their own free will, instead of those who are born with that aspect. So being granted with that privilege to where they can grind for different magical abilities with that gameplay alone, it never gets old. The music, I will definitely say that the music is the best in the series, and definitely for good reason. And I don't blame Nobuo Uematsu for saying that Final Fantasy VI's soundtrack is the best he's ever worked on, because you could definitely hear it within the overall product, as he really definitely went above and beyond in trying to get that soundtrack to be the best there is for the Super Famicom. And the overall structure, still just as great as most of the other games. I go from beginning to end. I really like how it plays out. And honestly, this is the only Final Fantasy game, one of the only Final Fantasy games I can say that does not have any cons for it. I mean, it's just really that great. So, but if there's one thing I can complain about, it's its PlayStation 1 re-release. When you're going from between the fields and into battles against random enemies or bosses, it's much slower when compared to the original release and all the re-releases that came after the PlayStation 1 version. So if there's a game you want to play for that, or a version you want to play for that game, then definitely stick with those instead of the PS1 version, because you will not be disappointed, and the flow goes really well. So yeah, definitely my favorite. Okay, Final Fantasy VII.
which is also nice because most PC...
Surprise, secret son. Don't worry, I'm not dead yet. Let's see how's the package. Wow, this is great. Extra job, thank you. Until next time. Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
The engine controller cables are shorter than that. So I forgot what I paid for this. I'm sure it was over $100, but I don't regret the purchase. If you're somebody that's on the fence, oh, maybe I'll pick one of those up if I see one. I can't imagine you being unhappy with it. Only thing I would say is, again, as we talked about at the beginning, it's pretty small. So, you know, I have bigger hands, not like circus big or anything, but like, you know, I can't have my hands resting on the thing. So usually my hands might even be like resting on the table next to it or something, but I don't have a problem with that. But anyway, yeah, so that is the XE1 Pro HE controller from Micomsoft. But I figured we would check it out in action, kind of killing two birds with one stone here. I figure we'll take this down to the basement and we'll play some Final Soldier, since I never shut up about how much I like Final Soldier. I know I talked about it in a pickups video, but we never actually played it. So we'll go down there, take the little core graphics down there, and check out some Final Soldier. Alright, so I hope to Christ I'm doing this right. I try to get everything set up here. I got a new camera I'm trying to deal with. It just flashed a red light in my face that was so bright that now I have a red dot in my eye. And I don't know, I'm worried about the audio. Hopefully I've got the audio all set up correctly. And just as a side note, you know, since I was talking about, you know, in the first part of the video, what soon means when it comes to this show, I recorded the first part of this video like 3 days ago. So that's how long it took me to come down here and do this, but that's okay. You know, we have plenty of time in life. Anyway, we're down here in the basement. I brought down, obviously, my copy of Final Soldier. I got the little core graphics here on the desk in front of me, along with the joystick, obviously. And so we're all set to go. So I'm going to start the gameplay footage recording software and then turn on the PC Engine. I have no idea what that's. You guys want to watch the intro? I don't think it really actually has much of an intro, if I remember correctly. I mean, that looks kind of cool. Yeah, all right, there you go. Before we start the game, though, I just wanted to... So you see here on the title screen, it just says normal game. You can hit the select button to go 2-minute game or 5-minute game. And what those are the two caravan modes. So this was one of the games that got used. Like 1 year, it was on the, you know, the summer caravan. Like there was summer caravan that I think it was Hudson that did it, and then there was Summer Carnival that I think Naxat did. I'm probably wrong about all of that, but you know, it was like a summer shooter competition, and 1 year Final Soldier was a game used in the Summer Carnival. So there's actually a special edition of Final Soldier that you can buy that just has the two carnival modes, the 2 and the 5-minute. But and it's expensive because it's kind of a collector's item. But if you just buy the regular game, you have those two modes. So there's no reason to do that really, except for just having something to put on the shelf. But if you hit select one more time, you go into setup, and there's actually some interesting stuff in there. So, and this is something you could miss. Like if you just started the game, you might just hit start and go, and you wouldn't know this is here. But you can actually select. So you basically have 4 different.
The classic gaming landscape is just as much about new products, new devices, and new ways to play as it is about old ones. But perhaps the one thing that has energized the core enthusiasts of the classic gaming scene the most in the past several years has been the Mr. FPGA project. Thanks to an ever-growing group of insanely talented and passionate people, what began as a heavily do-it-yourself endeavor with a rather intimidating barrier of technical know-how has evolved into not only a relatively easy way to play games from a huge number of consoles, handhelds, classic computers, and arcade machines in a stable, hardware-driven processing environment, but may also be our best shot at preserving as accurate of information as possible about the functionality of these old platforms for decades and centuries yet to come. Yikes, though. This video is kind of long, isn't it? But don't worry, it's not because Mr. is difficult, it's because there is so much you can do in Mr. and there's so much to show. So if you've ever felt a bit afraid of jumping into Mr., trust me, I get it, we've been there too, and we think you'll see that it's totally something that you can use too if you can get into a can-do mindset. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at the parts that make up Mr., how to get it initialized, get the output looking great, and what's exciting about the current slate of platforms that are available to play on it as of right now in early 2022.
Fans of vintage video games are truly living in an incredible era. We've seen some amazing revivals of classic series on new systems, while the original hardware these games were played on have been getting their own power-ups in the form of HDMI mods, flash cards, wireless controllers, and even more accessories. And then we have emulation. Those looking for a dose of nostalgia can grab a mini console from their local big box store to get a quick fix, or dive deeper using cycle-accurate PC emulators or an all-in-one mini computer like a Raspberry Pi. But thanks to the commercial success of the AVS from Retro USB and the NT Mini, Super NT, and Mega SG from Analog, consoles that are built around a field-programmable gate array, or FPGA, have been making the most noise among hardcore enthusiasts, while also breaking...
Pretty as a picture. Got nothing bad to say.
Hey, now testing my mouse there or my mic here. Could you, if you could hear my mic, that'd be great. I haven't got a mic working yet. Testing my mic. Haven't got my mic worked yet. I'm new to streaming. If you could let me know there if you hear anything by typing it. Testing my mic. Haven't got my mic worked yet. I'm new to streaming. If you could let me know if you hear anything by typing it. Testing my mic. There we go.
These bots are designed to operate outside the network service area. So let's get the distress center linked up already.
What happened, dogs? I'm sitting at home sick here with the coronavirus. That's what I'm doing. If you can leave a comment if you hear me.
And there it is. I'll start prepping for the tests. You sit tight and wait for HQ to ring.
Much obliged, Sam. Now the bots can enter the final phase of testing. I designed them myself, you know. My hope is that they'll lighten the load a little bit. Unlike human porters, if one goes down, it won't cause a void out. Before the death of Stranding, scientists used to fret over the singularity, the possibility that someone might create an AI smarter than any human. But it never happened. Machines don't cause void outs. They can't die. They don't have beaches. No matter how far they come, machines will never understand death like we do. And because of that, they'll never truly surpass us. Get on the delivery terminal. I'll walk you through how to use the box. And don't worry, I'll keep an eye on this over here.
Blah, 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 blah. Testing. I am testing.
It won't cause a void out. Before the death of Stranding, I'll walk through how to use the box. These autonomous delivery bots are designed to process simple, run-of-the-mill orders only. Take a look at what's available. Cargo transported by a bot is liable to get a little roughed up if the road's poor. On the flip side, a bot traveling on a well-maintained road is more likely to deliver cargo in better shape. Also faster. Keep that in mind when sending them out.
Try mouse again. Start try mic again. Blah!
Try mouse again.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I know. Try mic again. Blah! Try mouse again.
Managed to slap together another delivery bot.
Alright, there we go.
You can decide how to use this one.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, baby's fussing again. Thanks, Sam. We'll talk later.
Good work, Sam. These autonomous delivery bots benefit everyone, from folks in cities and way stations to preppers out in the back and beyond. But you must be exhausted. Why not take a break? I bet your baby could probably use one too. Head for the private room.
Yep, I need a break.
Go on.
Nappy time. Oh shit, what's happening? Having a bad dream? It's Daryl. What's Daryl doing in my video game? Daryl, where's your crossbow? I just got some walkers. I don't know if this game has bare titties or not. It might be a mature game. Not suitable for YouTube if it has the titties.
Sorry, didn't mean to startle you. You were sleeping when I dropped by. Thanks for the shower.
Right. Look, I gotta ask. I've been hearing things about you.
She's in bed with terrorists. Don't trust her. She's just another dumbass Higgs fucked over. She's a goddamn hero, that woman. Tell me, Sam, what does America mean to you? Way my dad made it sound, we were something special. The glue that held it all together. More than a nation. A symbol of freedom and hope. We could bring it all back if we kept on making deliveries and connecting people. He was sure of it. I was a wreck after he died. That's when Higgs made his pitch. Together, we can run packages from sea to shining sea. Back then, he had a monopoly west of here. We both stood to gain a lot from a partnership. Business was pretty good at first. But then, a year ago, when those fanatics started stirring up trouble, fuckers hijacked our system. Somehow, they got a hold of our security passes and used them to sneak into cities. And just like that, we're delivering guns and bombs instead of medicine, and I didn't even know. We were just cogs in a terrorist machine. Higgs was behind it all. And on top of that, he got his hands on an old-school nuke that I ended up carrying right into Middle Knot City.
You telling me that?
Yeah. It was me. I blew it up. Could have been different.
You bitch!
Fucking blind. So I did everything in my power to stop South Knot City from getting destroyed. I tried to get the nuke out of the sea. But Higgs was one step ahead. He took his pound of flesh and then some. Some wounds. They don't heal. Whatever time I've got left, the rain took. So there you have it. Everything's true. Except for all the lies. I don't give a damn about bridges or putting America back together. But I'm not about to let Higgs and some terrorists take my father's legacy and shit all over it. That's why I came to you. So, trust me now? I'll be there for you, Sam. All you have to do is call.
Gotta wear shades. Put on the cool hat. Drinks, you got any drinks? Drink, drink, drink. Eat one of those motherfuckers. And then now we'll wash the old cock and balls. Gonna make a poo-poos. This literally makes me grenades. Oh no, that's pee-pee. That makes pee grenades. They call them #1 grenades. When you make the poo-poos, you get #2 grenades.
Nice.
Yeah, nice big poo-poos. We'll take a look at what the baby's up to. Weapon rack, huh? The weapons. Oh, examine equipment rack. Something new. Oh, check on BB. BB's little baby. Check on the baby. The exclamation mark meant there's something new here to see. Yes, red cap. That's awesome. Confirm, that's red. Well, maybe make the costume red too. Wrong button, no. I'll see what, I'm gonna make the costume red too. No, huh. Alright. Think I'll make a motorcycle. Howdy-ho! Yeah, Y LAN H. I saw your type, yeah. I'm gonna make a motorbike.
Hey, Sam. Those
Yep,
new sites
eat
you
poop.
brought into the network have helped us to restore more of our archives. Unfortunately, I still haven't managed to dig up anything about the BB's origins. And I'm completely locked out of BB-28's service record. If I could at least access that, I might be able to tell you why you've been experiencing
Kojima made
those
this game and he's
strange
weird.
episodes. Well, I'll keep at it. You do the same.
Sam, check the terminal for available orders. Higgs set Fragile up.
Eavesdropping again.
It's all in your cuff logs. And with the aid of the Cairo network, we were able to restore Middle Knot City's regional archives. The records corroborate her story.
Don't need you to tell me what's true and what ain't. I could hear it in her voice. Son of a bitch fucked her over good.
No reservations about working with her then, I hope.
Good news, Sam. The bot you sent out made it to its destination. The test was a success. Got another one prepped for you to use. Take you with my thanks.
And if you were able to hear me okay, if you could type that you can hear me okay. Need a motorbike. I'm boots level 2. Yes, boots. Couple of these. Boots level 2. Yeah. Need a bowling thematic grenade. Bowling gun. And a motherfucking motorbike. Oh yeah. Put on a tool rack. Tool rack. Put on the footwear. Replace. They're already taken, okay. Got my gear. take some orders.
One more thing, Sam. A new delivery type has been added to the terminal. Your hard work's getting noticed. Because of that, there's been some talk of offering a premium service.
Ooh, premium.
Now, it might seem like a hassle to willingly take on extra restrictions, but if you succeed, you'll boost your rep even more. So, if someone asks you to deliver within a time limit, you could counter it by setting the limit even lower, thereby earning yourself a better evaluation if successful. Now, if you're feeling up for a challenge, give it a try.
Give it a try. I'm not sure what about these bot deliveries yet. These are new. That's a close by one. I'll confirm that. Send the bot to do it. Might as well, as long as I get some kind of credit for it. It's kind of silly in a game where all you do is deliver. So you got a bot to deliver for you. Well, it's not all you do, but it's the main thing. Order for Sam. That one's a pretty good one, not too far, and that one's not too far either. I got all my gear.
Sam, sometimes other porters will return Bridges' vehicles to the garage. They're for everyone, so feel free to use them if you want.
Yeah, that was me. I paid for that bicycle. Damn it. I think I want this one. Which one's better? Yeah, I'll take that one. Didn't need to build a bike. There was already one there for me. God dang it.
Order assigned.
I just burped. The baby's crying. Gotta pet the baby. Soothe the baby. Alright, he's happy. It's weird, you gotta attach that baby to you? Retrieve a crevasse.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
think I'll get off the motorbike for this part. This game, Death Stranding, ain't nothing but pure action and excitement. Can I give you an upgrade? Can I? $1,600 medals to upgrade. Let's see if I can do it with 600 medals. How's that sound? It sounds pretty sweet if you ask me. Let's finish somebody else's bridge for him. That's what it's all about. Building bridges.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons locked. Pleasant journey. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
$1,600 medal. Gotta remember that. Yay, thank you. Donating your nasty ass boots. 1,600 metal. Think about the money. What does that cost? Does it cost anything? I'll try. Is it a weight thing or is it a cost thing? I don't know. I gotta figure it out and learn it. Let's see if we can't do this.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Have a pleasant journey.
Hello.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Ooh, this builds a road. This is more important. What do we need? It needs 1,360 medals. Chiral crystals. I gotta figure out how much more it needs. Oh, it's right there. 960. It's full. 1,810, 110. Metal? Or kyro crystals? Which is which?
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected.
110 something.
Decontaminating suit.
Metals or crystals?
Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Still figuring out how the shop thing works. Sherlock, anybody got any goodies for me? Free gun, grenade, ladder. Come on, cheapos. Give me some metal and stuff. Ceramics, no metals. Do you need resin or... Do you need any resin? Let's go find out.
Have a pleasant journey. Have a pleasant journey. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Okay. Oh, ceramics. Okay. 600 and 1,360. 1,440 ceramics. All right. Ah, so close. So close. I gotta put a marker here. I got to put a marker there. All right. I got a bunch of ceramic and metal way up island. You know, way up. But they're not here. Now, if I use fast travel, it'll unload all my gear. So you don't want to fast travel when you're on delivery. Makes sense. Otherwise,
Okay.
it's just cheating. Gotta look for chiral crystals. Need chiral crystals. There's one. How many is that? Oh, cryptobiome, okay.
There we go.
No! Oh shit! Ow! I died! No! It looked like it was flat. I may encounter other player souls. Where's my dead self? Get down with your dead self. Hi, buddy. That's a dead motherfucker. Made a bond over there. There's DUHMEZ, which is me. I'll make that bond too, though. Or is that guy I already met? What the world or the dead looks like in Death Stranding. Come on. Get close. Let us bond. Okay, enough of that nonsense. Time to go find DUHMEZ. Is that not me? Yeah, it's me. This is how you come back to life. See, I didn't know there was a hole there to fall down. Film director, more loot. I'll make a structure. Let's make a structure. Lost cargo. Let me just snatch that. Snatch. So I gotta go down there somehow. Oh, thank you, Lola. You left me, grapple hook.
Today's a good day.
I didn't have to. Oh! Bullshit. I grabbed it. Baby's crying. Come on, baby. Stop your bitches.
Someone's happy.
There we go. Yeah, I pressed a button to grab a stupid rope, and then it just walked off. Fuck that. At least I didn't die. What? It's over here. Aha! What? Okay, I gotta find this cargo. Yeah, that was an important one, okay. Oh, shit off! God damn it!
Seriously?
Shut up, you stupid kid. Get out of me.
That's it. Everything's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
Stupid ass game making me fall. Anybody leave me a rope? No rope? No rope. Now we go too far after to see what's in the end. Take a piss. Lots of piss. You've got mail. This would be a good place for a ladder, I think. Maybe. Oh yeah. And perhaps over here a bridge. Let's build a bridge. It'll let me. Rivers and ravines road only. Okay. I thought I could build my first bridge. It's down below, is it? Lost cargo. Do I have it all? All right. Back to base. Jazz to moon base 2. Jazz to moon base 2. Are there any Decepticon shenanigans going on in your area? I think I got the thing. I thought there was multiple things, and I think I'm wrong in that. I forgot my motorbike. Well, I didn't forget. I forgot I brought it out. We're going to see how much more of that there road rebuild we can rebuild. More metals, good. 1910. Fuck, it's 10 metal short. And the crystals are full. Okay. Now leaves a bunch of ceramics. $10 chirals and 1400, whatever, 1440 ceramics.
Beginning scan. Clear. Weapons decontaminating suit. All clear. Sand border bridges.
Deliver lost cargo. Yay. Call Sherlock. Are any goodies, guys? Did you leave me? Oh, lost cargo, sure. Oh, a different kind of free grenade. And some ceramics. Thanks, guys. That is fantastic. Alright. Free shit for bots. Free credit for sending a bot. It's a far distance, maybe that's worth more XP or whatever.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Have a pleasant journey.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Alright, ceramics, 80. Ah. This is what I think I need, yeah. There we go. I'm on my way with SO. looking for a entrance through with the bike. Oh yeah, paths.
Still got it.
Oh yeah, this is some nice terrain for a motorcycle. Oh yeah, I see the end of the light. North then east, alright. Am I heading the right way now? Sort of. Straight north, so 90 degrees up here. Oh, I can do a jump here, I'm not scared. Woohoo! Okay, now. What the fuck? I was already there and it wouldn't take my materials back. That's some bullshit. I gotta go all the way back and that was a huge waste of time.
Okay, here you go, Speed Demon.
It's some bullshit, because I was here and I said I want to deliver cargo, and it said could not click the button. We're gonna rest here and go to bed. Literal bed. Sick. Deliver the last cargo. Recipient, Tuscubo. Deliver requested cargo. Oh yeah.
So you made it. Looks good as new. My hat's off to you.
Has upgraded the compass. Oh yeah. Yeah, always show that compass. Yeah, I want that.
Oh yeah, I got something for you. Hope you find it useful.
Ooh, what do I get? Better run pants? Oh, a blowjob machine. V's face pattern. Huh.
Well, take care of yourself.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Rest for the night. Rest for the night. That's it for tonight's live stream. It was totally banging with all kinds of people here. It was pumping. To the city of Compton. Later, homie. Bedtime.